What's up, guys? I'm Silent J. Welcome back to Modular Mondays. In this episode, we'll be going over how to make a bass line with our Subharmonicon that will sync up with the drum pattern that we had made with our DFAM in the last episode. Before I dive into it, I just wanted to take a quick second to thank everyone for the massive amount of support that I have received on this little mini-series since it started. As you can see, we've upgraded, and we're going to continue to upgrade the show as it progresses. If you want to keep listening and stay informed and help me out, please subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on TikTok. It helps a lot, of course, you all know. So without any further ado, we'll go ahead and dive right into it. I'll start first by posting our patch sheet up here somewhere, so you can go ahead and take a screenshot of it. I'll also have a link available somewhere in the description or comments or something like that, where you'll be able to download a high resolution version of it as well. All right, perfect. So now that we have everything all set up as far as our patch goes, what we'll want to do first is start by making sure that all the steps in our sequencer are turned all the way down for both sequencer 1 and 2. So let's go ahead and just press play on that. We'll see what it sounds like. And what you'll want to do from here is we are going to be kind of creating our chord progression, the progression that occurs on sequencer 1. So we'll go ahead and mess around with it here for a bit, try and dial in a nice chord progression, and see what it sounds like there, and then from there we'll move on to the second sequencer. And you can speed up the tempo here so that you can hear these move along a little quicker and hear your next steps. Okay, I'm starting to like that. And what you can do as well to kind of get this more bass level is make sure that your VCO1 here, you want to make sure that's all the way turned down. And we can actually start taking down the VCO1 level a bit and bringing up these sub levels. Yeah, there we go. Some bass sound to it now. Perfect. Okay, so we have our bass line that we got going here. Now, the next step I would say is let's start getting this clocked in with the drum line from our DFAM. So in order to do that, what we'll go ahead and do is grab one of our patch cables, and we're going to patch this in from the trigger section on the DFAM. And we'll press pause on this before we get it in there. We'll go from trigger to clock right here. And now the Subharmonicon is triggering off of the DFAM, so we can run this. We'll have this playing here. And we can bring up the volume on our DFAM. So now you can see we've got our drum line and our bass sequence running in sequence together. They're matching each other's tempo. So now that we have our bass line running pretty smoothly, I'd say the last thing we can do here on this is maybe make the sequencer number 2 a little bit more interesting so it's not just repeating. As you can hear, it just kind of does the same thing over and over. So what we'll do is similar to what we did with sequencer number 1. We're actually going to switch these. That way these are going a little slower and we can kind of choose our notes a little better. So let's go ahead and start with these. And you'll have to bring up VCO 2 level a little bit in order to hear that. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that now. What we'll go ahead and do is switch the sequencer 1 and 2s back to how they were originally. There we go, and now we've got that bass chord progression with a little bit of like mid to top level kind of arpeggiation sound going. And now it's just up to you to kind of dial it in. We can bring in what we have from the DFAM. There you have it. So we just made a bass line on our Subharmonicon based off of the drum line that we had made last week on our DFAM. We even went in and created a little bit of mid-high-end arpeggiation to make it sound a little bit more interesting. Next week, we'll be diving into creating a full lead on our Mother 32. But until then, I just hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you for watching Modular Mondays. If you enjoyed yourself, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as my TikTok.